Free speech. The one thing East African leaders have been testing lately, and they're like, guy, kwani hiki unatestaje? Oh gosh, mtu anilete maji. Nanyongwa. Now, before we dive into matters of free speech across the East African region, how about you take a second to hit that subscribe button, tap the notification bell, and support this young channel. We are here to keep bringing you the stories others won't touch. Thank you. Where were we? Yes. Crackdown on freedom of speech and expression. Every country seems to be crafting its own unique homegrown approach. And since charity begins at home, let me start with my beloved Kenya, where everything is proudly sponsored by the bottom-up approach. And that means that if you want to do some squeezing, just start with kids. I mean, who else will you start with? Kids, right? Kids. And if you didn't have bundles or were just busy with life when this went down, here's the gist. The government of Kenya was not amused when Butere Girls wanted to stage a play at this year's National Drama Festivals in Nakuru County. The government felt the play had some political undertones, or overtones, if you like. It had political undertones because... why? Because it had a former high-ranking UDA official as playwright and director. Yes, that is Cleophas Malala, the former UDA Secretary General, seen here wondering why a government that he was a part of, that once said kazi ni kazi, doesn't want him to fanya kazi. Yoyote. Yes, so the government lost its cool when they found out that Malala has been writing plays since eternity, including writing for schools. I mean, it's like enrolling your child in a posh school only to find out the drama teacher is your ex. Yeah, not a happy feeling. So, what do you do?
The presence of the students at the National Drama Festivals in Nakuru was, however, met with an unexpected setback, ranging from the arrest of the play's writer Cleophas Malala to other logistical and administrative challenges, which forced the girls to abandon their plans to perform at the 11th hour Thursday morning. Malala's legal team has threatened to go back to court.
Sorry Toto, hii ilikuwa tu smoke machine ya vanilla. Kwani mumeumia sana. Sasa musikuje penye watu wakubwa wako. Sawa sawa Toto. Mwende ama tuarushe ingine yenye sio ya vanilla.
The government did not stop Butere Girls from performing. Can you rephrase that question? You are very aware that the students were allowed to perform at 8 o'clock, and after the national anthem, one of them stepped forward and said they are not willing to perform without their director. And Mr. Malala is not a teacher in Butere, he's not a director in Butere, he's not a director of that play. So the students, of their own volition, decided not to participate.
Echoes of War was meant to be just that, a school play, a safe space, a moment for students to explore their creativity, flex some critical thinking muscles and speak freely without fear of being pinched by adults. But instead, it was silenced, the same way your rich relatives use their hard stares, you know how they do it, to make you kill your reggae ringtone at the family dinner table. So, what exactly was the problem with the play again? All right, kids aren't supposed to talk politics. Now we get it. Apparently, that's a big no. And if in some rare, carefully controlled environment, they must speak up, they are expected to be mild. Mild, subtle, poetic, never say things directly. I mean, heaven forbid they call things out for what they really are. So on this occasion, they employ art, metaphors, similes, onomatopoeia, idioms. Idioms to help them tell stories without stepping on toes. But eventually, unavoidably, that happens. In Kenya, art, trauma, and circumstance have taught us to carefully skirt around issues. For example, we don't say money has been stolen. No, money is never stolen. No one says corruption or embezzlement. Why would we? We get creative to show respect to elders and correct with love. Yes, sir! Agreed.
When we go astray, please correct us. What we plead for is that you correct us in love. Yes, don't talk to us. Don't talk to us as if over and above the correction, you have other issues. Your role should be to correct us and bring us back. So correct us in love. And we are listening, government. We will listen.
That's why you see headlines like billions of shillings misplaced, an accounting error at the ministry, or the classic unexplained expenditures amounting to billions. Verily, verily, I tell you, when you hear those phrases, just know someone's offshore account is dancing in joy and love. Hey guys, my boss gave me 100K for a project, and weirdly enough, I can't account for it. Is there someone in the office who can help me turn this into an accounting error? Yeah, no? Or a typo maybe? No? All right, let's talk about the question floating around. Is it wrong to use kids to settle political scores? Of course it is. Absolutely. But do we do it anyway? Yeah. Every single day, damn it.
Toto, si unajua mimi na baba yako tumeachana? Sasa cha nikwambie, huyo baba yako, huwa analala kama crocodile. Mdomo wazi na anatoanga gas. Na by the way, ako na mkono mrefu sana.
Come on. We've been using kids to fight our adult battles forever. So if that's the case, let's at least allow them to earn a little something while they're at it. Maybe some royalties. Let them speak on actual adult matters, like an education system that refuses to take off, a healthcare system that is held hostage by cartels, and the grand parade of runway corruption and embezzlement. Very adult issues. But remember what I said about bottom up. Started with the kids and now we're here. Started with the kids and now we're here. Even grown-ups are now struggling to say their poems out loud without being asked, nani alikuandikia hiyo poem ya ODM must be on the ballot in 2027? Ni huyo msee wa graffiti alikuandikia, si ndio? Suddenly, using similes requires clearance from the leader of your party. Anyway, that's a story for another day. And now to Tanzania, where the leading opposition party, Chadema, has been barred from contesting in the upcoming elections in October. And its leader, Tundu Lissu, has been slapped with, wait for it, kosa la uhaini. Okay, there are crimes that just sound severe in Kiswahili. Uhaini sounds more like a curse than a criminal charge. You've been cursed for disobeying the president. Laana mwanangu wa bongo. But you may ask, what did Lissu do? Was this punishment proportionate to the crime? Was it justified?
Agenda yetu kuanzia sasa ni bila mabadiliko hakuna uchaguzi.
He said he wants a level playing field. He spoke against harassment of opposition leaders. That's it. But you see, Mama Suluhu is not writing her own book. She's borrowing a very popular manual used across the continent. You know the one I'm talking about. Number 1, survey your favorite opposition leader. Call him a competitor. 2, wait for them to make a grave mistake like, being seen walking around at night. Then 3, boom, phone call.
Hello, tume ya uchaguzi. Huyu mgombea anaonekana akitembea usiku. Huenda akawa ni mchawi. Haya, hebu mpige marufuku alafu tufanye uchaguzi kesho asubuhi. Mimi niko tayari. Usijali about the ballot papers. People will say their vote out loud and you will write it down for them.
But look, I don't want to judge Mama Suluhu without hearing from her directly.
That I can deliver. I can run the country the same way men did.
But you know, that is not good enough. You don't know what men were doing. Anyway, carry on.
That was my major challenge, and so I had to prove to them that yes, I can do it, women can do it. Women can never fail.
Okay, Madam President, you can do it. Just don't drag women into this. People are saying that you're quite popular. And when I say people are saying, I mean your own people, CCM. So how about you release Tundu Lissu, level the playing field? You can beat him. I mean, surely. You can beat him pants down. Oh, wait. No, not pants down. Him being caught pants down would bring another kosa la uhaini. Let me rephrase. You can beat him comfortably. When it comes to political drama, East Africa is increasingly becoming one big theater. In Kenya, when we watch drama, we hate it. In Tanzania, if you speak drama, especially by asking for electoral reforms, unapata makosa ya uhaini. And what about in Uganda? If where you are going, you are likely to cause a drama, then you won't even leave the house.
My orders are either you go back to your house or you'll be under arrest.
Is he under arrest now? because for someone's movements to be restricted, he must be under arrest or quarantine. So is he under quarantine or is he under arrest?
Yesterday you incited violence, of which you know you were charged.
Then why is he at home?
The same thing now.
The house arrests, detentions without trial or any fair trial for that matter seems to be turning into a regional curriculum that's catching on fast across East Africa. Mama Samia looks like she's passing notes to Felix Tshisekedi in the DRC, who has accused Joseph Kabila of high treason and banned his PPRD party. Reason? Allegedly seen playing with alleged neighbors' kids who are throwing rocks on the roof. The M23. Elsewhere, Salva and Museveni seem to be copying each other's political homework, word for word. Na kuna watu ukiwapatia answers, watakopi mpaka na jina yako. And that's how you end up with Kizza Besigye behind bars facing miraculous charges, while South Sudan's first vice president, Riek Machar, remains under house arrest. So, what's the takeaway? That East Africa could be slowly sliding down the path of tyranny and authoritarianism. Little by little, that's if we are not there already. And nobody wants that. So, if your leader wants to go that direction or is already there, let's discourage them. There's no room for complacency because some of us clearly have a long way to go. Some are moving fast but not making progress, while others are on the verge of giving up on this thing we call freedom altogether. And they shouldn't be allowed to give up at all. Remember, someone once said that the price of freedom is eternal vigilance, and vigilance can come in all forms. So whatever power you've got, your voice, your art, your meme game, or even your Dragon Moto, Dragon Moto testing, wow, use it. This has been PressPoint.
Dragon Moto testing, wow. Dragon Moto testing, wow.